Aaron Hall. Yes, him and Aaron Hall. It's always the one that sung the love songs that was the worst, y'all. Just so you know. The more loving the song, the more crimes, you know? Hey, yo, it's your girl J9 Eve. And Diddy has been in it, honey. He been in it. Did he do it? Did he do it? How many times did he do it? And how many people did he do it to is the question. I mean, it's a lot going on, Diddy. I'm looking at you. I'm looking right at you. Okay? I believe it. Me personally, I believe it because I'm old enough to know the times, what it was like back in the day. I mean, it's still some stuff going on, but women, they don't necessarily feel the need to be as quiet nowadays as they used to back then. Men ruled everything, especially in the entertainment industry. Okay? If you wanted to get in, it was stuff that had to be done. It's just something that we all knew. We all knew this. I don't know how people are now behaving like they don't know. Like, what? Huh? Why would he need to do that? It's not that he needed to. It's that he wanted to. It's power. It's control. These people get bored quick, okay? Diddy got bored quick. He did all kinds of weird things to entertain himself, I'm sure. This is just the entertainment industry, okay? Like pretending that this is not, don't seem like some stuff. Now, I want to point out some things. I'm going to go through these. Apparently, we're now on lawsuit number 3. Could be 4 as the day goes by. But we're on 3 at least. 3 now, counting Cassie, which he settled in less than 24 hours. Record time, Diddy. Record time. I mean, he was on that, but it was too late. The cat was out of the bag. With that, let's go on in and see what these here new lawsuits is for Diddy, who cannot just sit the F down. Just can't. He just can't. Sean Diddy Combs, okay, is being accused of actual assaults in a lawsuit filed in the Manhattan Supreme Court on Thursday. The allegations come just a day after Diddy settled a different lawsuit. That's Cassie, okay, accusing him of the R word and abuse. So, according to the court documents obtained by People, a woman named Joy Dickerson Neal, whom now I know was in one of his music videos, like way back in the day, played a love interest, not a hoochie, a love interest in one of his videos, is accusing Diddy, 54 years old, Diddy, you is too old for this, of drugging and R-wording her when she was a college student at Syracuse University. Sounds about right. That sounds like his age, too young. In 1991, attorneys for Dickerson Neal claimed she was a victim of revenge porn, okay, after the music mogul allegedly recorded the incident and shared the tape with others in the music industry. So it's being said that how she found out he was showing it to people. There was a group called Jodeci back in the day, and Devontae Swing, who's like basically the guy who put it all together and is actually kind of in a way responsible for us getting Missy Elliott and Timberland and Genuine. He's the one who kind of curated all these, like the super talent of the 90s. He's the one who curated all that in the early 2000s. Like, he curated this. And so, but he told her, he was like, girl, Diddy is showing this corn video of you and him to everybody. So that's how she found out. So shout out to Devontae Swing. Shout out to you for being on the right side of history on that one. Thank you. So that's how she found out. And I am inclined to believe him because his foot was inside of everything, Devontae Swing, back then. So I completely, I believe all of that. So Diddy is denying the allegations. Of course, what are you going to do? Say, yes, I did it? Of course he's denying it. What kind of statement is that? Okay, claimed Dickerson Neal fabricated the story. Yeah, nice try, Diddy. Nice try. We remember you being a douche. The problem with Diddy is Diddy tries to reinvent himself like every 20 days, you know? Every time he do something ishy, then he tries to reinvent himself. Problem is that everyone old enough to remember knows that you was a thief, okay? You was a money grabber. You is like to hold people's stuff hostage, i.e. Mace. Everybody knows this, okay? You were not the talent. You were not it, but you insisted on being there. Nobody likes Suge Knight, but he was right about that. All up in the videos. You always had to be in the video. Who does this? Like, you ain't doing none of this stuff, but you just there, like the car in the background. Like you're like... You're like a street sign on the street. You're always there. Like we know, we understand, we get it. And now it is your time. Just like Harvey Weinstein, everybody got their day. Everybody gonna get their day. Okay, Diddy, it's your day. It's okay. Well, it's not okay, but you know that now, though, don't you? Just saying. So the last minute lawsuit is an example of how well-intentioned law can be turned on its head. Ms. Dickerson's 32-year-old story is made up and not credible. Mr. Combs never assaulted her, and she implicates companies that did not exist. This is purely a money grab and nothing more. A spokesperson for the rapper wrote in a statement to people. I bet he did. And how much he get paid, and how much was he afraid, this person, of Diddy, of not getting this right and not convincing the people. You better sell it, he probably told you, didn't he? I know. Diddy likes to intimidate, but Diddy is made of skin and bone and flesh and blood, okay? And Diddy need to remember that. He need to remember that. He ain't no superhero. He can't fly. If he could, he would have flew away. He ain't got no superpowers. That's why he always got bodyguards. Okay? He's not what he thinks he is. He's not. He just ain't. When people work for you and do your bidding out of fear and desperation, you one rumor away from the bottom. Okay? Keep playing. Keep playing, Diddy. Keep playing. I'm going to be here to watch, okay, and entertain myself with this. Okay. Apparently there's another one. The third person accusing him is a Jane Doe. So this person ain't saying no name. And their story, with it being a Jane Doe, it's like you gotta say who you are, because in that person's lawsuit, it was her and another woman, her friend. They got invited back to, was Diddy and Aaron Hall. Yes, him and Aaron Hall. It's always the one that sung the love songs that was the worst, y'all. Just so you know, the more loving the song, the more crimes, you know? So apparently her and a friend of hers were somewhere, like, and they met Diddy and Aaron Hall. They saw them there, whatever. So they were talking and whatnot, and then they got invited back to, I think they said it was Aaron Hall's place. They went back to Aaron Hall's house, if I'm remembering correctly. And then the one that's the Jane Doe, apparently she and Diddy went in a room or whatever and did what they do, okay? And then but it doesn't say he did anything to her, like, outside of the way. It just kind of says it like as if it was something she didn't want to do, but she went there, she went in the room, she had sex with him, and then so that happened. He gets up, he leaves, she's about to get up to go, and then Aaron Hall comes in, is what the story is. Then Aaron Hall comes in the room where she's at, and then starts to engage with her and ends up having sex with her too. And then in the aftermath, her and her friend, when they were leaving, they figured out that what they did was they just switched. They were both in one room, and then they just switched rooms so that both of them had sex with both girls. That's what's being alleged with the third one, the one that's the Jane Doe, from what I've read. So I'm sure if there's these, I know there's thousands of these. I mean, to be taken down by all the ladies of your past, it's gotta sting a little. You know what I'm saying? It's gotta sting a little. And before I go, I want to point something out too. Diddy's little, I won't say girlfriend, but the girl that he's dealing with now, somewhat publicly, a little bit, City Girls, she says stuff like, she plays her character to be like, they're supposed to be these, you know, city girl summer like hot girl kind of like culture. But whenever she does like an interview, it's like she flip flops. And I've noticed this. Young Miami, that's her name. So Young Miami, she'll flip flop. Like she'll say she likes in the back door, basically. She'll say stuff like that. But then in another interview, she'll be like, I don't really like that. It's just a thing. Like she'll take it back. And I'm listening to you. I'm listening to you. We can hear you, what you're saying. You don't say that. I would never say no shit like that, right? I don't. Me no likey. Me don't want nothing to do with that. So I wouldn't even make the joke. Okay? I just wouldn't. I wouldn't put it out there in the universe like that. So, but it makes me think that maybe she pretends to. She just says it like it's the things that she's made to do. Possibly, and this is just my thought. The things she may be made to do with Diddy, that he has her doing, that she tries to then just play it off like that's something that she wanted to do anyway. Basically a coping mechanism. She's coping. This is what this looks like to me. Like to me, this is what this looks like, right? She immediately, you ask her if she want her daughter to be a city girl, hot girl, summer, all this stuff. And she's like, no. You know why? Because she probably, like you definitely wouldn't once you've been, going through this. You're damn sure. Yeah, that's the last thing you're thinking. You're thinking about how you can get your child as far from it as possible, because this is what it looks like to you now. If you're just making your money, getting your boss and whatever, that's fine. But once you entangle yourself with something that now you actually lost more control than you started with. You got money just to then lose, to give just to hand your control over because you thought you were going to get some power behind this man. You can't get no power from Diddy. If he give you any, he ain't going to have enough for himself. You know what I'm saying? That's something that you just need to know. But I'm going to tell you like this, Diddy, it's going down. And I'm here for it just like everybody else. It's interesting to watch. And, I'll say it's time. It's about time. Okay. You've been doing a whole lot. And maybe they'll look into all these people being, especially after Tupac. From what we have learned, you allegedly had a big ass hand in what happened with Tupac. And we all love Tupac, which makes us all hate you, okay? That's the math on that, okay? And let me know in the comments what you think, okay, about my opinions, if you agree with what I'm saying, because I think I'm on to something, you know what I'm saying? But yes, y'all behave. I'm not going to do it. I just can't. I tried once. It's just not for me. You got to know what you can handle. You know what I'm saying? But mama love you though. Yes, she do. Indeed, she do. Peace.